nice. So have you started with your applications, or you will be starting with your applications after giving your TOEFL test?
Yeah, I will be starting after giving TOEFL test
Okay, do let me know if we can
because
help with that as well. We
yeah,
do help with those things as well. Okay, the application process.
thanks.
Again, no charges over there. It's free. Okay.
Thanks, thanks.
Only the visa and application charges and all those things which goes to the university and to the government. All those things are taken care of. So otherwise, for applying, like taking our help, you wouldn't need to pay anything. Okay.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
No problem. No problem. Okay, so I'll give my brief introduction. I am Susmita Yadav. I'm from India, as you know. Um I am a corporate trainer. I have been training for more than 5 years now. Overall, I have 8+ years of work experience. I have my own institute in Pune, in India, which is called the Susmita's Classes. In short, we call it TSC. So we train for ILS, TOEFL, and English as a second language. Okay. Also, we are
Oh,
authorized consultants for TOEFL test and GRE test. Okay,
oh,
and so we help with the test prep, of course. We help with the registration process as well of the test, and we help with all the other things as well. Okay, so that's a brief about me. Of course, I am a trained TOEFL trainer. I have also done my master's in TESOL, that is Masters in Teaching English to the Speakers of Other Language, along with my MBA in IT, and currently I am doing my third master's degree, that is Masters in Arts in English Literature, of course. Okay,
no.
so that's a brief about me. I would say I will also
Yes.
share my profile, LinkedIn profile with you, so you will find all the other details over there. I do a lot of other things. This is just a brief profile, what is needed for your sessions, I would say. Okay, great. So
Just let me know, do you find free time for free classes?
I try. I would say I try. I like to help people. So whenever I have free time, I try to take sessions for people. And also, this was kind of an activity that we were doing last month, because I told you, I guess, we finished 4 years, okay, officially last year. So it was our fourth anniversary. You must have seen the messages also. I'm not sure on Facebook and on Insta that we finished 4 years. So it was our fourth anniversary last month in October. So for like as a giveaway to all the students, we did this activity of providing free ILS and TOEFL training. So it's a part of it, I would say. It's just a small contribution that I'm trying to do to the society. Now, when you do the test registration through us, you also get some discount. But the thing is, I checked with ETS members. Unfortunately, it is only of valid for Indian citizens. It's not valid for people who are abroad. But still, I'm trying. If you have not registered for the test, maybe if I could help you with some discounts. That's something that I'm trying. Let's see how it works out. Okay.
It will be really fine.
Yes, I'm sure.
I haven't registered yet.
You haven't registered. That's great. So it gives me a better opportunity to prep you, I would say. Now, as I have already shared the TOEFL guide with you, and you told me on message that you have already gone through it. Okay. So I would like to know, what do you think, which areas or which modules, sections, whatever you want to call it. So we have four sections, right? Listening, reading,
Yes.
speaking, and writing. So you told me you have gone through them. So I would like to know, which section do you feel that you are facing difficulty in?
In the in most speaking
Hmm.
and listening.
Okay. When you say listening, where are you facing difficulty? Difficulty in understanding what they're saying, difficulty in understanding the accent, or any other?
Sometimes accent, sometimes to understand what it's saying, and sometimes to take notes. I mean, I can't do both things
Mm-hmm.
and take note and listen to
Mm-hmm.
it,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes understanding.
easy trick for it. Okay, I would say,
Hmm.
as you know, practice makes us perfect. So I would say to work on that, you will need to practice a bit. Okay, there are a lot of sources on YouTube where you get free lectures.
Hmm.
What you can try doing is listen to those lectures. Okay, one of the great sites that I suggest my students usually is Crash Course. It's a very nice channel. If you have not gone through it, just scan
Hmm.
through their channel on YouTube. They have very nice lectures. They would be hardly 10 minutes, sometimes 12 minutes. Just listen to them. While you are listening, just try to make notes. Okay, try to understand their accent. Try to understand what also becomes important in listening and understanding their intonations or the way they are trying to speak or what they are trying to imply over there. Okay,
Hmm.
so that becomes important. Now in when you listen to Crash Course, they also make a lot of fun in between. Okay, they make a lot of jokes in between. So it's important to understand their intonations and what they are trying to say over there, because if you have gone through the listening section, you might see, you might get one or two questions where they might just play the audio again and they would ask you, what did the professor mean by this, right? So
Hmm.
that's where you are supposed to understand their intonations and
Yeah.
answer that, I would say. So it comes with practice, but as you have almost more than 1 month, it would be a great way to do it, I would say. So just pick up any lectures, just search for any topic which you like on YouTube, listen to that lecture, try to take notes on it. Now, when we talk about taking notes while listening, it's a debatable topic, I would say, but some people suggest that it's fine if you don't take notes.
Yeah.
Okay, if that is, I would say only if, okay, if you are an active listener and your memory is good, where you would listen to everything and just remember it till the time you answer the questions. It's fine if you don't take notes. Okay? Or you can take notes very briefly, I would say. You can just write one or two words while you're listening to one sentence. Just the key
Hmm.
words which you might need to remember for the questions. Okay? But how to know what is important and what is not important? That you will only understand once you have gone through the types of questions that you have. And
Hmm.
as we keep practicing. Okay?
Yeah.
So it comes with time. So don't worry,
Yes.
don't feel demotivated because of that, I would say. Now coming to speaking. Speaking, it's very easy, I would say, but it's very important that you try to say everything that you want to say based on your integrated tasks or even your independent speaking in the given time. Okay? Again, it
Hmm.
comes with practice, and I'm there to help you on that. Okay? So
Thanks.
it's very brief. You have 16 minutes for that section, and you have to speak only for 3 minutes 45 seconds. Okay, so as the time is less, it's great. You don't have to burden yourself for that section. But again, we have to understand they are trying to judge us only on that 3 minutes 45 seconds. So we have to make sure that we give our best over there. Now, I would say, as per our conversation, you don't make, of course, I would be observing you in future also, but you don't make lot of grammatical errors, and you don't have very heavy accent also. Again, these tests do not have any bias towards any kind of accent. Okay, so don't worry about
Hmm.
that. You would still score good. As far as only thing that you have to keep in mind is you shouldn't make any grammatical errors. One thing, and your pace should be good. Okay, you shouldn't
Yeah.
speak very slow as well as very fast. Just because you have 60 seconds to answer one response, like give one response, you shouldn't try to rush it. Instead, say the sentences properly with correct stress.
Hmm.
Now, what do we mean by stress? Don't worry, we are going to go through that also. How to maintain good pace, we are going to go through that also. Okay, and we would be practicing lot of speaking topics as well. So it will give you an idea of how to excel in it. Along with that, in those 60 seconds, you have to do the topic development properly also. For example, when we talk about topic development, you have to give a brief introduction of it. Based on that, you have to give your supporting details also. And in those 60 seconds, you have to conclude the topic also. Okay, now how to do that?
Mhm.
Again, we would be working on it. Okay.
Okay,
Great.
all
Now,
clear.
now for today, we are going to first start with the test format. I'm sure you must have gone through it, but we would just, skim through it so that you are clear with it.
Okay,
So, what does the test look like? That becomes our first question. Correct? So, I'm sharing my screen. Tell me once it's visible.
yes, it's visual.
Okay, great. So, the test that you have is TOEFL IBT test, that is test of English as a foreign language. IBT means internet based test. Now you might know TOEFL only has computer based test. Okay, they do not have paper based test. Now, why do colleges need you to submit the score report of say TOEFL test? What do you think? Why do you need to? Why do the universities make TOEFL test a compulsion with the application process?
Can you repeat?
Sure. So, why do you think universities ask you to compulsorily give a TOEFL test with the application process?
I think TOEFL is
Hmm.
officially an official test
Hmm.
worldwide, and is looking for, and it has four sections like
Hmm.
reading, listening, speaking,
Hmm.
and writing. So that sections are important for academic, um,
Exactly.
and that's why they ask for TOEFL, because TOEFL is measuring how much we can understand, we can communicate. Um, that's
Very good. So it is an English proficiency test. Okay, they are
yes,
trying to test your English as a
yes.
language. Now, when you go to a foreign university, any university, even in India, most of the times the medium of instruction will be English. Correct? Now,
Yeah,
when you go to these universities, when you apply to it as an applicant, they don't know if you know English or not, right? And even if you
yes.
know English, everyone's level of understanding English is different. Correct? So, but what do they know? What do universities know? The level of English that they need, the level of English at which their professors teach, right? And what is needed for their academic skills, I would say. So, that is the reason they ask you to submit a score report of any English proficiency test. There are many English proficiency tests. Some only take TOEFL, some take others also. Okay, so they are trying to test your English. Why? Because when you go over there, you're going to listen to the lecture in fully English. Correct? There would be no one to help you with your native language. You are going to read the textbook. You're going to read the question paper when you're giving the test. You're going to speak to professors and your classmates in English. Because again, they would also be from different countries, correct? They wouldn't be from
Yeah.
your region. Again, you will need to write research papers, your assignments, your test papers in English. So, you should be able to cope up with it. That is the reason they need some proficiency in English. Because if you're not proficient in English, you might face difficulty in understanding the academic text over there. Okay,
Yeah.
that is the reason. Now, every university will have different requirement. Some might be okay with only 80 above score, some might need 100 above score. Okay,
Hmm.
so it totally depends from university to university. Now that is where you will need to look up, you will need to go through the university's profile and check what is the requirement.
I have checked.
Mm-hmm.
They want only 60, but my aim is to make 80.
80 above. I would say it would be
Yeah.
very easy for you, don't worry. 80 is
Yeah.
achievable, easily achievable. Of course, you need to
Thanks.
you need to practice accordingly as well. Okay, let
Yeah.
me say
Yeah.
that. That's something. Okay, so that is that is how they have four sections or four modules, we could say. Now, when we do these modules, when we give these modules, these give us the real life stimulation of how your life is going to be once you are in the university. Okay, when you are doing the reading section, you would be reading the same way you would be reading any academic text. Okay, when you are listening, you will be listening in the same way your professors will be giving lectures. Okay, and based on that, you might get some MCQ questions, right? So same way you will get some MCQ questions over here as well. In speaking, again, you would be speaking with your classmates about your preferences or what you like to do in your free time. Same way you will get a speaking task 1. You would be talking about your uh, professors, what they have taught in the lecture, what you have read in the academic test. You have to speak on the same topic, right? Writing also, whenever you attend a lecture, based on that, you will have to write your test paper, correct? Same way your task 1 will be. In lot of foreign universities, they have academic